Hello everyone, this is M. Milton Joe. In this video, we are going to discuss about UGC CARE Journal List Group 1 vs Group 2, which is best and which carries more marks, and what is UGC regulation on it. Watch the video completely to know the facts. If you have not subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe it and click the bell symbol so that you will get the latest updates. Now let us get into the topic. We all know very well that UGC CARE Journal List was announced on 14th June 2019. UGC has mentioned that UGC CARE List will be used for all types of academic purposes like submission of thesis, promotion and appointment. UGC CARE List consists of Group 1 and Group 2. Group 2, Web of Science core collections such as SCIE, SSCI and AHCI. So all these journals will come under Group 2, and similarly Scopus. The journals which are indexed by Scopus will also come under Group 2. And now recently UGC has removed 71 Scopus indexed journals from UGC CARE List Group 2 and MLA database. So all these categories, that is Web of Science core collection, Scopus and ML categories will come under Group 2. And Group 1 consists of other indexed journals apart from these categories. Now the question is, which category is best for a research paper publication? Either Group 1 or Group 2. We know very well that to get published in Group 2, that is Web of Science and Scopus, is difficult. We have to work hard and it will take time to get published, which means the review process will take more time. On the other hand, Group 1 will be easy. Hence, we can publish our research paper in Group 1 so that we can complete our PhD degree in time. But actually, we need to think about the future. Which is best, either Group 1 or Group 2? Which carries more marks? Research papers carry marks and it is known as academic or research score. So UGC has issued a regulation on it. We should know which category carries more marks. According to that, we have to publish our research article so that we will be getting good marks and that can be used for our appointment in future. Now let us go to UGC website and let us see what the regulation says. So just type UGC. So here is the UGC official website. Just click it. Just scroll down and click notices. So here we can search for UGC notices. So just type minimum qualification and click search. See here, UGC has published a regulation on 20th July 2018. So the regulation is here. On 16th October 2018, UGC has declared another notice. So just let us see this. See here, 16th October 2018. So here UGC has mentioned that so minimum qualifications for appointment of teachers and other academic staff in universities and colleges regulation was issued on 18th July 2018. So the regulation is available here. So all the universities and affiliated colleges are requested to comply with the above regulation which is issued on 18th July 2018. And see here, on 27th November 2018, UGC has declared another notice. So let us check what is that. So this was on 26th November 2018. So in this notice, UGC has mentioned that the UGC on 18th July 2018 had notified UGC regulation for minimum qualification for appointment of teachers and other academic staff in universities and colleges. And see here, to look into various issues pertaining to implementation of these regulations, UGC has constituted an anomaly readdressal committee. The response is invited from the state governments, universities, colleges and faculty members, and anybody who is interested can send suggestions to this mail ID by 15th December 2018. So all these are old notices. So why I have displayed or showed all these things to you means, so after this no other notice were issued by UGC regarding minimum qualifications for appointment. Hence the available notice is which was published on 20th July 2018. So let us click into that and check it what is given there. So it consists of 111 pages. Now I will review the important one about research score or academic score for our research paper publications. So just go to page number 106. See here, the research score for research papers would be augmented as follows. And see here, it has been mentioned that peer-reviewed or UGC listed journals can be considered. But nowadays UGC has mentioned very clearly they will be considering only UGC care list journals. And also look at here, very important one, impact factor to be determined as per Thomson Reuters list. So now it is not Thomson Reuters, now it is maintained by Clarivate Analytics. See here, impact factor publication has good marks, and also the impact factor should be provided by Thomson Reuters. Now it is known as Clarivate Analytics. So all the other impact factors are not considered. So keep in mind, the impact factor provided by Clarivate Analytics is only considered. All the other impact factors are not considered. Now let us see how the marks are given. Paper in refereed journals without impact factor carries 5 points. So that means the group 1 publications in UGC care list group 1 will bring us 5 points according to UGC. See the second one, paper with impact factor less than 1 carries 10 points. So less than 1 means the impact factor 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, 0.9, 0.8 and etc. carries 10 points. So paper with impact factor between 1 and 2 carries 15 points. Paper with impact factor between 2 to 5 carries 20 points. Paper with impact factor between 5 to 10 carries 25 points. So paper with impact factor greater than 10 carries 30 points. So this is what our research paper will bring marks to us. When we publish our research paper in impact factor journals, that is the impact factor provided by Clarivate Analytics will bring us more marks than other journals. Now the important thing is, let us assume that we have published a paper with impact factor less than 1, which means we will get 10 points. Now the question is, in my paper totally 3 authors are there. So will all the authors get 10 points? This will be the biggest question. The answer is given below. 2 authors, 70% of total value of publication for each author. So if a research paper consists of 2 authors and the paper is published in impact factor journal less than 1, 10 points, which means the 2 authors, both authors will get 7 points. This is what it says, 70% of total value of publication for each author. then both authors will get 7 points. So if our research paper consists of more than 2 authors, maybe of 3 authors or 4 authors or 5 authors, etc. So say here more than 2 authors, 70% of total value of publication for the first principal corresponding author. So which means the first author of the paper or corresponding author will get 70%. So which means if 10 points is allocated, 7 point for the first author and all the remaining authors will get 30% of total value of publication. So 3 points will be given to the other authors. When you prepare a research paper, when you publish a research paper, you should be the first author so that you will be getting the 70%. In case if you are not a first author, if you are a second author or third author, you will be getting only 30%. So you have to keep that point in your mind very well. Now we can come to a conclusion whether group 1 is best or group 2 is best. Even in group 2, the impact factor journals, that is Web of Science core collection, such as SCIE, SSCI, AHCI, will bring more marks to us. So we keep in mind that we should publish our research article in impact factor journals such as Web of Science, so that we will be getting good marks, and these marks will be used for our promotion or our appointment. And I hope you all will be very much aware that when we apply for a job in highly reputed institutions, they will be looking for our research publications in only Web of Science and Scopus. So we should try to publish our research article in Web of Science. If not possible, we have to publish at least a minimum in Scopus. So whenever institution go for accreditation like NARF ranking or NAC, these Web of Science and Scopus indexed journals will be very much considered. So now we can come to a conclusion which category is best, either group 1 or group 2. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope this video will be useful to you. If you like this video, kindly subscribe the channel and click the bell symbol. Very soon I will meet you in another video with another concept. Thank you very much for watching.